Good morning, everybody. It's St. Patrick's Day. And in front of us, we have a 3.5 pound corned beef. A lot of people may have never cooked one of these before. Melissa's never had one. So it's very simple. So we're gonna take this corned beef that's packed in a solution. It's got a seasoning pack. It's packed in with a lot of salt water in a solution. So let's cut this open, and then we're gonna go over to the sink and we're gonna rinse off some of this solution to get some of this extra salt off. And with these corned beefs, all you really need to do is stick it in your slow cooker, just like we're gonna do today. We're getting ready for church, so that we're gonna have this for dinner tonight. All right, everybody, so here's our corned beef. You can see it's got a pretty good amount of fat, pretty good amount of meat. So we're gonna rinse this off. Like I said, you just wanna get any extra salt solution off of this. We're not gonna add any salt to this. We may just add us a little bit of pepper to this, because that's all you're really gonna need. You don't wanna over salt this. So, here we are. We're gonna rinse this off, and then we're gonna stick it in the crock pot. I'm gonna put a little bit of water in there, because it's gonna have to steam. So let's take it over to the crock pot. There's the crock pot. Okay, we're gonna get us some water. You don't wanna add much water in here, because it's gonna make quite a bit of liquid. So we're just gonna maybe kind of bring it up to the edges a little bit. I would say about that much. I would guess, if anything, half a cup or less. So we're gonna take this packet we got and put this packet in here. Just put it all in here. Spread it around. We're also got us some cabbage we're gonna throw in here later. You don't need to put this cabbage in here now, because cabbage ain't gonna take long to cook. And there we have it. There's our corned beef. So we'll come back and we're gonna add the cabbage in. We're gonna put the cabbage in about 2 hours before we're about ready to eat dinner. And this is gonna be dinner. Happy St. Patrick's Day. All right, everybody. So corned beef has been in here for, I would say since about 9 o'clock. It's 4:30. I'm just gonna check and see if it's tender. Oh yeah. We're breaking it down nice and tender. So, just to get back with you, that packet that I put on there was like a pickling packet, which had like coriander, some pepper, some bay leaves, everything that goes along with this. Alright, y'all, so as y'all can see, I flipped it over just to kind of get that top to where I can get a little bit of tender. I would say within the next hour and a half, we should be eating dinner. Alright, everybody, so we're going to cut up the cabbage. So you got a core in the center of this cabbage, which you want to cut out. So you just take a nice sharp knife, come about right there, and we will cut this thing in half. So let me show you. So right here is that core. So all we're gonna do is we're gonna take our knife and we're just gonna cut along the side of it, just like that. And you're just gonna pop it out. And you don't want to eat that. So then we're just gonna take our cabbage, just roughly chop it, because you're gonna put it in with your corned beef, and it's gonna simmer and cook and get all tender. Alright, come on over here to the crock pot. So I'm gonna open up the crock pot. As you see, it is looking really good and it smells even better. So just dump it on in here, and then like I said, after we do this, we're going to put the crock pot on high for about an hour, and it will start bubbling and boiling, and it'll make it nice and tender. So next time you come back, you're going to see this cabbage nice and tender, and by that time we'll have us a plate ready and we'll show you what it looks like. Been an hour. So the corned beef is done. The cabbage is nice and tender. So now we're going to take it out of the crock pot and put it on a plate. So we're going to let it rest for just a little bit so it can cool down, And then we'll get, well, hopefully we can see how tender that is. Nice and tender. It's exactly what you want. So let's pull this out, and then we'll get the cabbage out later in a little bit after we get this cooled down, and we'll make us a plate. Okay guys, so here we are. We're gonna get us some cabbage. So the reason why I didn't add any seasoning to my corned beef at first was I knew it was gonna be salty. So we added just a little bit of salt, a little bit of garlic, some pepper, and some onion to the cabbage after we pulled out our corned beef to season our cabbage. So let's go over here to our corned beef. Let's make us a plate. So here it is, nice and tender. So then what we also did is, normally you have potatoes that go along with this. Since we haven't been eating carbs or starches in a while, we got us some cauliflower mash. So here's our plate. I hope y'all give this a shot. Let me take a bite of this. Tell you what, I'm gonna make a killer Reuben sandwich tomorrow if you want to have one. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Frack Daddy Barbecue.